All right, guys, so Army Ranger School makes a very bold claim that they are the premier leadership school in the United States Army. I personally went through the majority of Ranger School. You can see that in other videos. I talk more about that. I experienced most of the course, including multiple times through the mountain phase. But I'm here to tell you right now that unless the Florida phase is a 3-week crash course on emotional intelligence, treating soldiers with respect and humility as a leader, among other things, then I actually believe that Ranger School falls very short on very important characteristics that I believe that all leaders should possess. Now, let's talk about some of the things that Ranger School might do right, just so you guys know that I'm not just fully dismissing everything. Now, Ranger School, puts soldiers and students under extreme stress, taking away food, taking away sleep, carrying, very heavy weight all over the mountains and the swamps. And they do small unit tactics. They do all of that. They're very well known for that, and they're going to put a soldier and a student into stressful scenarios and see if you can make those decisions under stress. So I'm not dismissing that there are leadership characteristics that can prepare soldiers for probably the rigors of different things, such as high stress scenarios, combat, things of that nature. But what I am suggesting is that there are other leadership characteristics. I mentioned emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence would kind of be like the ability to assess whether or not an individual has specific needs. If you have a soldier, or this might pertain for sure, definitely to other organizations outside the military. So if you have, a coworker, an employee, a supervisor, whoever it is, if that person is really struggling with something, it would take emotional intelligence to realize what's going on in someone's head. I would actually personally argue that Ranger School might be one of the worst schools for trying to teach someone emotional intelligence. I've actually seen lots of people come back with a Ranger tab from that school, and in my opinion, not really have a whole lot of emotional intelligence. Kindness and respect. So treating people, whether it's soldiers, co-workers, or people, with respect. I definitely didn't see a whole lot of that in Ranger School, and I would argue that that is probably one of the most important characteristics. If you're going to say that a school is the premier leadership school, there should probably be something about treating people with respect and kindness. I can tell you from my experience as an infantry officer who did not earn a Ranger tab, I definitely was treated with very much the opposite of kindness and respect by leaders such as the executive officer. And I shared videos that talked all about that, so I'm not going to rehash all of that. But, a company commander who was well respected in the unit completely disrespected me in front of all of his subordinates and privates. To me, fellow officer who didn't have a Ranger tab, and just basically dehumanizing me and completely outright disrespecting me. That's, that captain, he's now a lieutenant colonel. I'm not going to mention his name. He would be wide regarded as a leader because of the specific credentials that he has with his Ranger tab and some of the other things. But he's missing treat people with respect, treat people with kindness. I don't believe that he has good emotional intelligence. And the third thing that I wanted to talk about was humility. So I don't believe that Ranger School does a great job of teaching a leader to be humble. Actually, in fact, I personally believe that Ranger School, in many cases, produces leaders that might become more arrogant. And I personally experienced this myself with many leaders treating me, again, with a lot of disrespect, but also in a very arrogant way. Like, they earned something I didn't, and they just wanted to remind me of that in very, very toxic, very unkind, and very disrespectful ways. So I'd like to hear from you guys. This could be a discussion. Again, let's summarize. So what is Ranger School? Ranger School is a rigorous U.S. Army course that is designed to teach soldiers how to effectively conduct small unit tactics under stressful scenarios. I'm not dismissing that. I believe that there's a lot of stuff that is taught in that regard. What I am arguing is that leaders should possess different skills different characteristics that Ranger School does not teach. And yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.